As you know, we have three main generations in the workforce: Gen Z, Millennials, and Gen X. And while fairness perceptions are similar across all three generations, happiness and behavior differ sharply. So if you look at the first chart here on the left side, you can see that Gen Z and Gen X are roughly the same when it comes to salary happiness, at about 61-60%. But what is more noteworthy is how millennials are sharply differ in that perception at only 54% happiness. And that's why we say that right now, millennials are really feeling the squeeze. So what does that mean? So when we surveyed all these different generations across the workforce, we found that for millennials, around half say that pay is below their living needs. So that's at that 54% versus the market average of only 45%. So that is partially contributed by a larger chunk of a pay rise that is worth less than 2%. So 27% of millennials have reported that they received a pay rise within the last 12 months, but that pay rise was only less than 2%. So it wasn't even enough to cover the inflation that we see year on year. And the market average for this, by the way, is only 22%. So it is definitely much higher for our millennial workers. And although millennials are not more willing than Gen Z or Gen X in sacrificing different things when it comes to their work, like let's say accepting a toxic workplace or having to locate, they are the most open generation when it comes to having a side hustle or a different business. So while they might not receive the proper enough compensation to cover all of their day-to-day cost of living needs, they prefer that they rather top up their income using a side hustle rather than accepting poorer working conditions or making sacrifices to increase their compensation in their day jobs.